So would you let a tranny suck your dick?
I mean, I love it. I love every second of that.
Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
Hey guys, and we're back. What are we talking about? Hey, Nick, you smoked that a dick pipe, right?
It looks more like a jump drive.
Yeah, man.
Tom's looks like a dick pipe.
Jump drive dick pipe.
What kind of dicks are you guys looking at that my fucking vaporizer looks like a dick? Angelo's looks like a dick.
It looks like a chode, bro. Your
Looks
vape
like a little
looks
chode on a pedestal.
Angelo's looks like a dick.
It looks like a bigger dick. Yours
Big white dick.
Your vape looks like a chode. His looks like
A jump drive.
Whatever
the
you
new.
chode juggler.
Looks like the new style.
Chode
The new thing
juggler.
that they want to sell to the kids.
The new sleek
Tobacco
thing.
companies are definitely really slicking things up with your really high nicotine device, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's so simple.
Hey, how
so
much do you
sleek.
pay for those? Are cartridge based, right?
Yeah.
How much do you pay for one of those?
For one cartridge?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never broke down the math.
Oh well. Okay.
Comes in 4 packs.
Oh,
How much you pay for the
How much you pay
4-pack?
for a 4-pack?
After taxes, $18.
And how much
Divided
how
by
many
4?
Yeah. How many do you smoke a day?
Oh, less than one.
Less than one.
One-
How long does the one last you?
About a day and a half.
Day and a half.
Maybe 2 days.
A little over $4 a cartridge.
Ah, I see. It's better than a pack a day, which would be like what, like
$7.
$10. No, okay, $7 a day. Yeah, that's a change. Don't those have more nicotine?
Has as much nicotine in one cartridge as a whole pack of cigarettes.
Which he said that it lasts him about a day and a half, so that's about
So about a pack a day.
Yeah.
About
Which I think that is on par
A pack
with most.
per day.
Dude,
and a half.
when I was
smokers.
when I was using mine, when I had it, I was killing that thing in like half a day.
Oof, man.
Yeah.
Chiefing it.
I feel like most
Yeah, that's an
smokers,
achievement,
like,
bro. God.
I said chiefing it. I didn't say
Most,
an achievement.
I know, I'm calling it an achievement.
That's fine.
average smokers are about a pack a day.
I used to be 2-packs, so that makes more
That's
sense for
bad.
me. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like average,
That's why it would last about a half
average
day.
smokers would be about a pack a day.
Yeah.
So I mean, but oh god, like I don't know. So like you saw the ad, right? Like the DeFranco
Yeah,
thing.
we were all talking about it.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen this, but well, actually, I showed you earlier today.
Yeah.
Shout him out.
Yeah, Philip DeFranco did a very nice piece on Juul, and he did it on both ends, which is what I like. Oh, hey, let me bring something up. I know I'm going a little off course, but I was talking to Ed, and I said to
We
Ed,
never talked about the trip thing
"What trip?"
with the bank account.
No, we will.
Oh.
I think that's gonna be a Reddit question.
Okay.
But it's not from Reddit, but it's my wife.
Okay.
Whatever. So I was talking to Ed, and he's like, "Yeah, I was watching on CNN." I'm like, "Biased." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Biased news. CNN is very biased."
That's fake news. Fake news.
I didn't say fake news. I didn't
good.
want to trigger the man.
You should have.
That would have
been so funny.
He would have had a heart attack,
Dude,
But I said-
if you would have said that, I wanted you to videotape it and send it to me.
he's like, "What did you say?" I was like, "I don't get my news from them."
Wait,
He
is
said
CNN?
they're very biased.
is
Yeah,
he
People still get their news from CNN?
Wait, is he a big time Trump guy?
yeah, he's a
Okay.
big time Trump
Love
guy.
it. Love it.
Fucking hates him.
Wait, he hates him?
Oh God, yes, he hates
Oh
him.
wow, I like this. Oh, this is
He
interesting.
hates. No, he fucking hates him.
We'll talk about this off podcast, but I really
Yeah.
like that. That's interesting. But
so
go ahead.
so he's like, "What do you mean biased?" I was like, "They're super biased." He's like, "What? What do you get your news from Fox?" I was like, "No, they're also fucking biased, dude. What are you talking about? I get my news from the internet." He's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "You're being fed misinformation." I'm like,
wait,
what
so-
did you
So
say?
instead of taking A, B, or C, X, whatever fucking news
and
source,
doing your own research.
I
Yes.
look at a variable
Yes.
amount of resources, and I objectively find
Yes.
my own
So,
decision based off.
I
that.
said to him,
It's
I was like,
biased.
I usually get my news from a non-biased source, like Philip DeFranco, and he's like, look up, what is this bitch's name? It was some girl, and he gave me the name of this lady. He's like, look her up, and I'm like, why? He's like, because the Russians are the ones that are feeding the information to your internet people.
Oh my
I
god.
was like,
All of
"Dad,
them?
What are you talking about?
All of
He's
the
like,
internet people?
He's like, look it up.
All of
You're
the
being fed misinformation. CNN isn't biased. I was like, first of all, super biased.
Said
And-
CNN.
But then, like, I could see his face started getting red. I was like, all right, I'm done with this conversation. I'm not gonna argue with this man because I'm not gonna get through to him on this. But the thing about him is the fact that I can get through to him on some things. Like, he will see eye to eye with me about certain things. You know, we'll disagree. Depends on whatever we're talking about. I actually can have a very good, sophisticated conversation with the guy, and it's great. Even though he goes a little overboard sometimes. But but no, yeah, dude, I saw him. I was like, oh, I'm not winning this. I was like, I can try to, but he was yelling this lady's name. I guess that back a while
Rachel
back
Maddow?
she had a maybe. Was she a lady that? No. Wait, what did you say?
Rachel Maddow.
Oh,
The
I don't.
lady on CNN.
Let's hope
No,
not.
no,
like
no.
I have
She's
much
on
more.
NBC.
This
I have
girl-
much more respect for Ed than Rachel Maddow. So
This lady had a blog a while back, and they found out that she was getting money from the Russians, and she's in prison or something like that. So she was essentially
it's fake news.
feeding misinformation to people. But I was like, yeah, but that's not what I'm watching. It's not even close to it. This guy is literally non-biased when he talks about things. He gives you the information. He's like, here's like this is actually what's going on, and then he goes, and this is my opinion on it. You don't have to have the same opinion as me, because that's not what it is. It's about having a conversation with people.
In the section below.
Yes, tell me what you think about it. Now, I mean, he probably doesn't read them, but like, he's like, I would like it to be a conversation instead of people yelling at each other, instead of me feeding you what you think you should know. You know, do your own research and shit. But either way, so going back to Philip DeFranco, he did this really great piece on Juul, and specifically vape pens altogether. But the biggest one is Juul. They're the ones that are getting the most flack right now. They talked about how they feel like the FDA feels like Juul is targeting children for the most part because of the flavorful colors. They're slick. So I guess
But yet, cigarette companies used to have a guy named Joe Camel for like 30 fucking years.
Marlboro Man.
Yeah, so I mean, cigarette use has gone down drastically. You know, it's I mean, to the point where like people kind of look down on you if you smoke nowadays.
Yep.
Do you know why?
Ooh, I just got Nick riled. Go ahead.
Because
Come on,
now
Watson.
they have.
Wait, what did you? He called you Ruxing again.
I don't know. Because now people have other options.
Yeah. Okay.
When tobacco was the only thing to use, that's what people used.
Was
When
the
you
only thing
have
in
new
town,
inventions and new products, people are going to try them.
But it's funny though, because even
Yeah,
with
like
the vape,
methamphetamine.
even with the vape though, when people look at you, like you could have smoked 2 packs a day like I did, but you switch over to this and they're like, oh, that's worse for you.
No, I mean safer isn't better. It's
The-
very
here's-
true.
what-
But Tom,
when
you
They say
also
it's worse for you.
Yeah, but Tom, get closer to the mic. Y'all motherfuckers are standing.
They
up.
say it's worse for you,
But,
and it's
yeah.
not. There's been medical research.
Oh
on it.
no! Not
There's
long
not
term,
enough
not
medical
long term,
research.
not long term.
Limited.
Yeah, not
Limited.
long
Very
term
limited.
research. But you're also one of the people that are coming in. Look at that fucking fat ass cloud you're blowing.
That's
Bro,
it's
that
mostly
is nothing.
annoying to people when they
Yeah,
see
when
you
they're-
walk in with a nimbus.
But 90% of the time that I'm using it, I don't blow huge clouds. It's just to be a dickhead when I'm over here.
Well,
But not everybody else. Most people are just dickheads.
Yeah, most people are
like
just dickheads.
I think Tom and I are in the same camp of like when we walk into the vape store, we're going in there to get our juice and to get the fuck out of there.
I do have a little bit of a problem with buying different ones.
Well, but I mean, my thing is like when I walk in there and there's a vapor in front of me and he's talking about all these different
Oh, yeah.
mods
No,
and
I hate that
coils
shit.
and all that. I'm like, if you don't get the fuck out of my way, I'm gonna beat you in the fucking mouth with my goddamn shoe. I want my juice. I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want your bullshit about what kind of fucking coil you have. Stop with your fucking hobby. Let me get my nicotine so I don't kill your motherfucking
You
ass.
say that.
Yeah, I do kind of hate that.
I went with my dad and Tom because my dad, What the fuck? A vape down in Peru is about like $300. Yeah, man.
Whoa.
They're just getting.
I guess I'll stand up.
No, you don't have to stand up.
Everybody else is standing. I look like an idiot.
No. I'm standing up because my fat liver is acting up. That's
You
all.
have a fat liver?
I have a fat liver. That's
And
right.
he just got his ass smacked.
Yeah, he did. It was a little weird, but it's all good. We do jujitsu together.
Anyways, we took your dad.
Yeah, we yeah, we looked at each other, and we usually look each other in the eyes when we do jujitsu, so it's fine. I smile. It's a little gay.
I get hard.
But anyways, so we took my dad to this vape place, and I could see that because that guy that we were talking to was a bit of a hobbyist.
Yeah, I mean he's a nice guy, but he's
like, oh yeah, this fat cloud, and he was like fucking blowing these like humongous clouds of smoke, and I'm looking at him like, you're fucking turd.
I mean, I expect that from a guy that works there. Okay, like this is kind of your deal.
You know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Tell me what I need.
I'm gonna
right.
default to your opinion on it. It's the guys that are in front of me in the fucking line that drive me nuts. Like, dude, you know what you want, you know what you have. Like, either make your choice, get what you're gonna get, or get the fuck out of my way. Let me get my juice, and then you can talk about coils all you want, you cunts.
So going back to the Juuls. They like I've seen some of the ads, and I can't disagree, man.
Those are the old ones, though. I don't think that they still run those. I haven't seen an ad for Juul in forever.
I don't see ads anymore. I mean, I do see ads, but I don't see ads as often because I have forced my way out of them. So like I have YouTube Red. I have Netflix and Hulu. I don't pay for Hulu. I have Netflix and I use people's Hulus, and so like I don't see ads anymore. So I like I was talking to somebody about the elections recently, like like all the issues and stuff going on. They're like, "God, I can't wait for this to be over so I stop seeing these ads." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen any ads about it. To tell you the truth, besides Facebook. But then again, I skip Facebook ads now." Like how I do it is, if a video has an ad, I'll just skip it.
Yep.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Fuck that. I think they've learned that like I refuse to watch anything longer than a 5-second ad. So they only throw 5-second ads at me nowadays. Because I've been skipping so many.
Oh, they know you.
Yeah, totally. But like recently, I've noticed as I'm watching a video, an ad comes on, and I'm about to skip it, and then I see like 5 seconds. I'm like, you know what? I'll wait 5 seconds. That's fine, sure. I don't know what the ad's about. I don't give a shit about it.
You do subconsciously.
I guess. But at the end of the day, I don't see 30-second ads. Because 30 seconds, I'll fucking skip your video. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Juul.
Juul. I don't know. You guys fucking talk about it. Do you guys think that the tobacco companies target children?
No.
No.
I think children are curious enough.
So
you don't have to target them. They see the adults doing it and they want to do it.
Yeah, but you don't think
tobacco companies don't even advertise.
What about weed companies? They don't advertise. Kids still smoke weed.
Exactly.
I mean, I have an opinion on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when we were like with the Philip DeFranco thing that he posted, right? Like I can look at that and see where someone might see that as targeting children, but what is the difference between right now a 17 and a 19-year-old? They're pretty much dressing the same way, they're acting the same way.
But it's not a difference between a 17 and a 19-year-old. I think it's a difference between a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old.
But when you looked at that ad that he posted on there, did it scream 14-year-old or did it scream?
To me it did.
No,
or did it scream
that was
teenagers?
So the background for our listeners, the background is full of colors. It's got people doing like high techy things.
Yeah,
like
people that look like
cool.
they're 17 and up.
Yeah, but Tom, as a 14-year-old, you didn't look at like 17-year-olds or like ads and go, "Oh, that person looks fucking cool."
No, as a 14-year-old, I was smoking and drinking.
Well, I wasn't you.
Well,
I wasn't you. So like when I was a kid and I saw those things, I was like, I was a dorky ass kid. I was like, I want to be like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you never
slick,
tried
I
it
wanna be
because
cool.
of the ad.
But you don't think a 19-year-old? I mean, the way I looked at it, and I don't disagree that they're marketing to a younger demographic.
And they're denying it, but I feel like they are.
I agree. They are marketing to a younger demographic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't feel
think
like
it's
it was
kids.
specifically targeted to you're 12. get on that vape pen, bitch.
Well, you have to
It was
think
They
about
didn't
like,
have Captain
I
Crunch
think
come
it
in and be
was-
like, ahoy there,
I think they were
mateys.
literally-
Smoke the jewel.
They were literally marketing to a younger demographic,
So, but,
not
I mean-
the 35-year-old man that is trying to
I'm
quit
saying it's
smoking.
the same play from the same playbook. Think about it this way: McDonald's used to advertise as a TV show.
Well, they had a fucking clown and a goddamn.
Do you want to know
whatever.
why they advertise for a younger demographic?
Why?
Why? Because of people that are in their 50s and 60s that don't want to switch over from smoking.
Yeah, they'll never
Because
get it. It's a
they
waste of
don't
time.
they don't like this stuff. They say they look at one thing of research and say, "Oh, that's worse for you."
My wife is one of those folk. Like I've
One of
tried
them
to get
old folk.
one of them folk. I'm just saying one of them folk. Like
What-
I've tried to get her on the vape plenty of times, and she's like, "It's not the same." I'm
What-
like, yeah,
what they're-
No, it's fucking. It's better for you, and it doesn't taste
What
like
they're
a fucking
what they're
donkey's
trying
cock.
to do, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get people that are my age and Nick's age
Off cigarettes.
off of cigarettes. That's what it is. That's why it's
no
And that's
that
not a bad
That's why
thing.
this
That
thing
pen,
is
what is it
nearly
called?
weightless, and it's
Yeah, what is it called?
A jewel.
Jewel.
You can hold it like a cigarette.
That's what I'm talking about. Vapes first came and
Well, when they looked like
what am I-
that
Okay,
is
vapes first
a-
showed up as an alternative method to stop smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then they became
Agreed.
it became its own monster on its own. Right?
Now you don't have to start smoking to start vaping.
Juul is the tobacco company's way of conforming to the new norm.
I disagree.
I don't.
I disagree.
I don't either.
I think they're just
So-
picking up the market.
So
Yeah.
I think
They're adjusting
competing-
to the
they're
market.
competing with the
Juul,
market.
Views, all those are brought to you by tobacco companies.
Mm-hmm.
These, the ones that we have,
Or not.
are not.
so. Here's my thing.
I mean, the
I
juices are probably
disagree.
made by those companies.
No,
though.
they're not.
I disagree for the
They're
reason
separate companies.
of if like how many like smoking cessation ads do you really see? Like hardly any.
It's usually
right?
for
Like,
medicine.
Yeah, Chantix and all that stuff. That is mainlined by a pharmaceutical company, not by a company that is.
You know, the United
out-
States is one of like the only 2 countries that advertises medicine.
Really?
Yeah,
I agree that that's a problem.
it's a problem.
But like the Chantix and all that, like that's not to get you to quit smoking. That's to get you to buy their drug to quit smoking, right? So my thing or my opinion is, if quote unquote big tobacco was in the realm of selling, selling vapes and all that, you would be inundated with this fucking knowledge. You would be vaped up down the fucking throat right now because they have so much goddamn money. Like
You're saying
Marlboro,
they would put out all that
Marlboro
research?
Would literally say, "Well, the Marlboro brand is tainted because we're cigarettes. Here's Marboo.
Well, why
And
would?
here's
they
a
have one.
vape
But-
Yeah,
pen."
it's called Juul.
But
No,
but
it's
why? But why?
this thing.
But why waste?
Not illegal in the
why
United
would they
States.
waste that money when they're still getting money off of the cigarettes?
Yes.
And for a fact,
IQOS. That's what it's called.
Views is made by cigarette companies.
just-
I can't tell you 100% if that is.
I'm just
Well,
saying
no,
you
no,
don't think
so
that
one of the brands, right? Like Blue's not backed by it.
Blue was when it first came out.
I think it's going bankrupt now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're done. But
Oh, they sucked. They were
here's
terrible.
my thing: is like
Nobody liked
I
them.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't think there would
Yeah, I
be
never
so
liked them.
much pushback from the vape world if the tobacco company wasn't going, or the tobacco companies weren't going. Oh fuck, we're gonna lose our shit.
That's
Like, we're
because
gonna
they
be-
can't compare to these.
Yeah, well, because
These
it,
have been
it doesn't
patented.
smell. It's safer. It doesn't smell, and it tastes a lot better, right? Like so, you win when you
But
switch to a vape.
Angelo,
Now-
these have been patented, so they can't copy these.
No, but they can buy them.
It's patents.
Yeah,
for
do you-
now.
Yeah,
It's just
you-
a matter of time
patents
before
run
Philip
out.
Morris knocks on the
I'm
door
just-
of the
I'm
vape
just
guy
saying,
and
Tom-
he's like, I'm buying you.
You might want to do a little research. I can guarantee you that the tobacco companies have their fingers in all of the pies.
Well, then why would they be pushing to close it down?
No, so this
Because
is where
they're
I
losing
disagree
more
with
money
you, Carlo.
that way.
Well, then,
At the end of the-
then how would their hands
So-
be in it?
Maybe
They want to stick to what they know works.
Let's
Yeah.
go with this.
Cigarettes.
But
So-
at the end of the day, if they see something making money, they're going to invest in it. They have their fingers in all
Do you
the
know
pies.
why I'm super biased when it comes to this, and it's just because I've been doing this for so long, and I feel 100% better than I do when I smoke cigarettes. I feel like shit when I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, man, you're inhaling smoke.
Well, they say that like one of the things that Philip DeFranco brought up was that it's not so much the ones that we do, but like the Juuls and stuff like that. It's a gateway to start smoking. I mean, as
can be.
strictly like just this is just me.
I could see it if you're a younger person because you try that and then the battery keeps dying and you're like, oh, well, if I just buy a pack of cigarettes.
This is just me.
You never have to charge it.
I will
never have to
tell
do
you
nothing.
100%. In the last 2 years, I may have had 5 puffs off of a cigarette, and I fucking couldn't stand it.
I have a
do
problem,
I
so-
do not want to smoke a cigarette. Like I would rather go without nicotine than smoke a cigarette.
so I have been.
You've made it.
I have been in the my
But I
whole
can't
my
quit
whole
the vape.
family. My whole family has been smokers. All of them on my mom's side. All of them smoked, like all of them, and then they all quit. So I knew. I was like, smoking is bad for you. I've seen them all. I've seen it all. Right? They're all addicted to that shit. But I can tell you right now, I could get behind fucking smoking a vape. But that's the thing is because it's delicious. It's sweet. It's fucking nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm talking like a drug addict right now. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I'm like, that's not good either because I don't do nicotine. I don't do anything. I don't do any of that shit. I don't have to do any of that shit. So why
You can
would
get
I-
the nicotine-free ones.
so
no, I'm just saying I shouldn't be doing it either way because it's better not to.
if there's
you're not doing it
there's
at all.
no reason to inhale anything into your lungs, you probably shouldn't. Like that's like the worst people ever are like the zero nicotine people. Like go fuck yourself. Like
Well, do
like,
you know why nicotine is such an addictive substance? Is because it is a stimulant.
Mm-hmm.
That's specifically the reason.
Right.
So, like with me, well, for me, when I get anxious or like overwhelmed or whatever, I
yourself up more?
I automatically want a cigarette.
It's weird because it's a stimulant that makes you relaxed. It's a relaxing
it relaxes
stimulant.
me.
That might just be the dopamine.
It probably
might be
is.
I find that to be a bullshit premise. But that's not the point of this.
I think what the biggest question that I want an answer from you guys, and I'm sorry I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I
Do
want
you
you to cut me
think
off.
that these companies are targeting in a way children or people that are between the ages
Purposely?
Purposely, yes.
Purposely, no.
Between the ages of 14 and 19, let's say.
No.
Well, at 19, you're not a child.
You're still a kid. At
Yeah, but
19,
you
You
can
can
buy it
smoke
at 18.
cigarettes.
You can buy them at 18.
Okay.
You can die.
You're still a kid at fucking 21, man. You
I'm-
don't know shit at 21.
25, I would
25.
think, is probably
I'm-
the cutoff.
I'm
Right,
I'm
yeah,
just
you're
saying.
going from a kid to
I
an
don't
adult.
think that they're targeting children.
Oh, I think that's naive to think that companies aren't targeting
So no.
children.
I think they, like I said, are they targeting a younger demographic? Yes. Do I think they are specifically targeting the 13-year-old fucking suburban white male? No, I don't. They are they are trying to
With all those
Because-
colors, I think that they're targeting the LGBTQ community. That's what I think.
when
You have a business degree, right?
Sort of.
Okay, well that's fine. Let's just move from past that. But you
sorry, I
you've done
should have
some
a degree earlier.
anyway. So how does a company stay in business?
By making money.
But well, yeah, by making money. How do they keep making money? Innovating, right? They also need people to come back, correct? Mm-hmm. How do you keep people?
Well, you need to keep
come back?
finding new. You need to keep finding new markets at the same time as preserving your old ones.
Totally. You want people to use your product, right?
Not fucking 14-year-olds, though.
All I'm saying, it is easier to keep them coming back, and this is what the article was talking about.
How when you have to be
It is
18 to buy it?
easier for them to. Oh no, there's not as many regulations when it comes to these things, and that's what they're trying to introduce because there needs to be
Which
there
is
was
good.
There's been a crackdown because those things were being sold to younger kids.
You got to blame
Anybody
the gas
under-
station
Okay.
attendant for that.
So-
Yes.
though.
Yes and no.
Well, I still get ID'd to buy Juul pods.
Let's
Now,
hold on.
yeah.
Let's pause at that
But
point.
what I wanted to say is, you target if you're starting to target a younger demographic, it's because you want them to use this for life, because it is harder to stop doing it if you start younger. That is the argument. It is harder for
yeah,
you
that's
and you to
obviously
quit
true.
smoking, to quit nicotine if you start at a young age.
Or they're trying to get them off of cigarettes.
That's the biggest thing. The reason why
It's
they
just-
advertised the Juul so much is because they finally gave an option for smokers to. Every other time I ever used like an e-cigarette, not a vape, but an e-cigarette, it made me want a cigarette so much more because it just teased me with the amount of nicotine in it. And it ended up like making me smoke like twice as much because I would smoke that thing and I'd be like, fuck, now I need to smoke. This thing actually satisfies the nicotine urge. There's so much in it. So that's why they advertise them so much. They're like, finally, an e-cigarette that will get you off smoking.
So,
Of course, the downside to that is the people that don't smoke cigarettes and start this are going to get heavily addicted to it.
my opinion though is like if you were a marketing CEO or whatever for a fucking Juul company, are you better served to go after people that are already addicted to nicotine and are looking for a way out, a healthier, quote unquote, a healthier option, an option that will give you more bang for your buck, it's going to be cheaper, or are you going to market the people that have never smoked, they have no inkling to smoke, I'm going to go for that fucking guy.
Of course not.
Right,
You'd obviously go for the
looking
smokers.
people that are
That's a massive
that are
market
younger,
anyway.
that are more open to change, more open to other options. It's going to be cheaper. Like obviously, you're younger, you don't have the expendable income of somebody that's 50 years old,
And you're also not you're not
You're
so
more-
used to smoking that
and you're more open-minded, right? Like so. And maybe because of your demographic, smoking is not a very widely accepted thing. You're looking for that out.
Right.
Right? So I am going to target the 19, 20, 21-year-olds and go, hey, listen. And like I said, the difference between a 16 and a 20-year-old is pretty much fucking nothing nowadays.
Dude, I feel like a dirty whore every time I buy a pack of cigarettes.
I smoke all the dicks, but I will never smoke a cigarette again.
At the
I
end
want
of
my
the day,
fucking- I want my vape.
Hey,
don't
I
care.
at the
wanna
end of the
hear your
day,
final
big
thoughts on
tobacco
this.
and vape companies have two markets: if smokers and non-smokers. Why would they purposefully want to advertise to the non-smokers?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That's my
What do you
that's
mean?
my that's my thought on
like,
it.
It's an untapped fucking
Yeah,
market,
but then
man.
but that
But
means
you're-
that it's a market that is going to make no market. If you get the non-smokers to start smoking, then all you have are smokers. You only have one market
you
left.
have two standards of making money: people that start this and get addicted to cigarettes, or people that are trying to get off of cigarettes and do this.
Okay,
My final
but,
thoughts.
like,
hold
but-
on. My final thoughts right now is either way, they're gonna start smoking something.
We all did.
Think about it.
I think that we just need to keep a closer look. We just need to keep an eye on these companies, because I think it's naive to think that companies aren't going to take advantage of your wallet and your kids. What do you think they do in those fucking TV ads?
Joe Camel did the same thing,
Yes.
but they were much more
Just reminded me.
successful.
And the Flintstones.
They were much more successful in getting Marlboro smokers to switch over to Camel than non-smokers to start smoking.
what
That's true.
What I wish would have been around when I started smoking is that.
Oh, me too. I would have switched to that immediately.
Goddamn right. I love a motherfucking cotton candy
So
against a
this,
fucking.
this just reminded me of a
tobacco.
great story, and it's about how sea monkeys were made and how sea monkeys were advertised.
Oh, like the bacteria.
Are you talking about brine shrimp?
So yeah, so
Yeah, brain
they talked. This guy, fucking smart. He did the smartest thing in the world. So he saw a market that was on tap, and it's advertising to children. He advertised in comic books and the sea monkey, you see them come to life as it is, and it's just great. I'll fucking post it in the podcast ideas because it's a fucking great fucking video. But they talk about the fact that what he did was essentially he advertised to the kids, and it was only $1. You send $1 and you get to watch the miracle of life happen, right? But the kid sees it on TV and he goes to the parent. And says, hey, this is awesome. It's only $1. Can you do this for me? And they buy it for them. It's just another market to them.
Yeah, but no reasonable parent's going to buy their kid that.
Right.
A sea monkey?
No, Jewel.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying is that you guys aren't looking at it in the aspect that a company is going to do anything and everything to make money. And I don't see
within the confines of the law.
Yeah, within the confines of the law.
But you also
get the fuck out of here.
You can't legally advertise tobacco to children.
Saying,
you
also keep saying an untapped market. These have been around a lot longer than those.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Untapped market. I'm talking about
how many
children.
How many?
They're not
kids
trying to sell to kids.
14-year-old's a kid to me, and yes.
They're not trying to sell to 14-year-olds.
14-year-old is a kid.
There's no Jewel commercial that shows like a kid in like the hallways, like opening his locker and be like,
no,
hey,
that's illegal, man.
There goes Tina to cheerleading practice. I'm going to get my Jewel out and impress her.
99% bet my next paycheck that you will never see a Jewel vape blue, whatever the fuck it is. You will never see that commercial on Nick Jr.
No,
Nick.
Man. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, first of all, what they do, they don't do that. That's fucking chump change. What they do is they send that shit to the YouTube stars, the 18-year-olds, the ones that are vaping in front, like the ones that your kid will watch eventually. Your kid watches YouTube stars, right?
That's called bad parenting at that point.
Oh shit!
But that's not.
You're not watching what your kid's doing.
The YouTuber's not going to advertise the Jewel to the kid. No, that's against the law, man. What they're going to do is like, hey guys, what's up?
Do reviews.
No, man. He's going to smoke it. Wow, this is really good. Anyways, what is this called? Oh, it's a Jewel. Whatever. All right, great. Let's keep playing this game. That's how they do it now.
Yeah, and at that point...
It's guerrilla marketing. It's not against the law.
At that point, it's called watch what your kids are watching.
Well, no. As a parent, I will say, look, you cannot.
No, yeah, man.
Unless I sit there and watch every single video that my daughter watches, I don't know what's being fed into them. But, like I said, your tobacco view, whatever the fuck, Jewel company is going to have far more success. They're going to make far more money off of the adult demographic that has already been addicted to cigarettes than you need to try this.
To me, it's just them creating another market that will come in. But it's kind of like a little investment fund, right?
But they're just creating another product to throw into the massive market already.
Every fucking company does this.
Yeah, they do.
So,
and they need to be held accountable for it.
Okay, and
especially with an addicting product. Shoes can be addicting to some people.
I agree. I'll go with you on that. But you can't just denigrate one group of folk and say you can't market to kids.
I mean, they've done it before.
But you can.
Tobacco companies have done it before.
Way back in the day. What's stopping them now?
But here's the other thing: it's like
technically they're not doing it in your face.
It's
subliminal messages. That's how everything works nowadays.
Well, yeah, but you can't stop subliminal messages.
Here's the thing.
I'm not saying that, but they still need to be like,
here's the thing.
I understand what you're trying to do here. Maybe cut it down with the colors, If you don't need to be having all these flavors the candy flavors that could be potentially,
I love the candy flavors.
Those are the ones that get people off of smoking because when I did the tobacco flavors, it didn't do shit for me.
Listen, here's the bottom line.
It's just how it's advertised.
Here's the bottom line. Do not take advice from a guy that fucked a Kardashian and a porn star for your tobacco needs. Okay? Mia Khalifa, hot as fuck. But I'm not going to go to her for tomorrow's weather because she's not a meteorologist. If I want to know what dick to take tomorrow, I will ask her a question.
You guys know what MeUndies are?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I know what MeUndies are.
Right. Well, I'm not advertising for them right now. That would be a great spot to advertise for MeUndies. But no.
What are MeUndies?
MeUndies is a type of underwear. Right.
So, you got some MeUndies on?
No, I wish.
Whatever you said is invalid.
So they see me subliminally messaging.
That was subliminal messaging.
Yes. But what happens is what they do is they're broadcasting their ads, right? These three know, all three of us know what a MeUndies is because we hear it from these people that are not so famous. Just like you're talking about, what the fuck is his name?
Yes.
But no, I'm talking about the guy that fucked the Kardashian. What the fuck is his name?
Something.
It doesn't matter. But he was advertising fucking that fucking pen, just like they do with MeUndies. You know, everyone's gonna hear about it. Everyone's gonna talk about it. Eventually, everyone's talking about this. I'll give it a try. To me, it's just a matter of how they're advertising these things that I find as an issue.
So, how many pairs of MeUndies do you have?
None.
Me either.
None.
Tom?
Because
How many
can't
Juuls
afford
do you
them.
own?
None.
How many cigarettes have you smoked?
Like maybe a pack in my life.
There you go.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, to me, it's, you know.
How many Juul commercials do you actually see?
I've already explained to you that I don't see any commercials
I
anymore.
didn't even know Juul was a thing. Until I saw the video he sent me. When he actually sent it, I was like, what is this Norwegian shit?
Like, for example,
'Cause
Do you know why I smoke the Juul?
Brandon's brother just started using a Juul. His brother's 19.
It's better than him smoking
His
fucking cigarettes.
his brother started smoking, and Brandon, I was like, man, you got to make him quit, bro. Like get him started on a vape or something. But it's better than that. And then, but there's the stigma of smoking, and there's the stigma of vaping. There's no stigma, but there's no stigma on the. He's like, oh, he started doing the Juul because there's no stigma about it. 19-year-old
But
already
you know
knows
what?
how it works.
That's the big cloud fucks.
Everybody, he's like, everybody makes fun of the fucking vapes, and everyone knows that smoking's bad.
And that's the problem
So
is that
you have
everybody
a
makes
void.
fun of these.
Yeah,
They're
but
the-
you have
yeah,
a
but
void
you know
right
what?
here. That void,
Filled.
big tobacco, right there for you, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna end my conspiracy theories for the day. Thank you for joining the Eddie Bravo podcast. Eddie Bravo's a big conspiracy guy. Those were my final thoughts. You guys find final thoughts on it before I ask you the question because it's almost
All
2
right.
in the morning and we
So
need to end.
my final
We're not
thought
doing
is
another
that
episode today.
my final thought is this: like, hey, you are going to be much more successful by getting people that are already addicted to nicotine on some more nicotine. You don't need, or you shouldn't, market to children. And let's not mention that you got to be 18 to buy the shit. So if it is a failure, it is a failure on the business owner, not on the actual product.
I think it's a failure on the company because they're trying to take advantage. This is my final thought.
I think
they're
you
trying
suck
to take.
dicks.
They're
You
trying
still
to
have
take,
to be 18 to
they're-
sell it.
Oh, okay.
buy
They
To buy
find
it.
They find ways, man. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that it's partially the company's job not to make it so accessible and not to make it as appealing to children.
I think Fathead's Bumbleberry beer should be illegal.
Is it really good?
That's delicious.
Well,
Yep.
why didn't you?
And
you
it's
know,
purple.
I want to do a segment. We were talking about doing a segment of the podcast where we have somebody bring in a 4-pack of beer, a 6-pack, and we rate it. You know,
But what are we going to do when I bring in Labatt?
we rate Labatt.
Well, I mean, we're still going to
10.
drink that, but we just have one of the other beer and
Yeah.
taste it and see how it is.
Right, this beer is shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pour it in the trash. No, I'm not. I wouldn't waste good beer,
My final
even
thought.
if it's a nasty IPA.
My final thought is that
I'll pour that shit down the drain.
at the end of the day, it's the same talk as a drug talk because no matter what, people are going to find a way to get around the rules and buy it whether you want them to or not.
Yeah, just like big companies find ways around the rules of not targeting to children.
But that, Carlo, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is companies are looking for ways to
What
make money.
companies target kids for marijuana?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about marijuana. I'm talking about
You've never heard of hold on, you've never heard of a 14-year-old kid trying marijuana.
Yeah, man.
How do you get it?
So was I.
Word of mouth.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how
So word of mouth is exactly how these things work.
Do you know
man.
how I discovered the Juul and why I bought the Juul?
Word of mouth.
No.
How?
I was doing research online and I was looking to buy a vape and I wanted to know which vape brand was the best on the market at the time. And the Juul kept coming up in review after review because it was cheap, simple to work, and it.
And they sent me one in the mail so I can rate it.
What is?
What'd you say?
I feel like that's definitely the
Yes.
fact that you saw a Juul in the
That's not the best
Well, no,
vape.
let's just say Google reviews, right? What's the best vape on the market? Blah blah. Tom
They
and
pay
I
money to
have
get up on
fucking
the top.
shit that is phenomenal and far cheaper, but you get this mass-produced shit USB drive comparatively. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what it seems like.
you know, so it's like, it's just one of those things. Like, there's no way that you can't tell me that Big Tobacco or Pharma or whatever the fuck it is, whatever, Big Vape's in it.
Big Vape.
They have to be, because there's no way, like, Tom's shit will deliver so much more nicotine, so much more cheaply, and the battery's better, all that stuff. Like, it's just a much better product. But if you Google it, probably fucking
You're gonna
Blue
find the Juul at the top
Blue
of the
and
list.
Juul are top of the list.
Because they have money to back them up when it comes to
Exactly.
advertisements. So what I do is I grab
Well,
a
these
Juul.
weren't actual articles written by like people.
Right.
These were independent articles.
Yeah, man. So what happens is I go.
That were paid for.
Yeah, so no, and not even paid for, man. And not, I mean, some of those guys are getting paid, but what happens is, oh, I'm gonna be doing a review of this. I'm a review guy, and then all of a sudden, Juul and Blue and stuff send me some things, man, and I review them. That's just how it works. I get them
That's
in
fine,
the mail,
but they still
for
gave
free,
like
and, right.
the pros and cons of
Right,
like 10 different things.
But then now you're going into the advertisement of the part of the internet where nowadays you have to be more open about, because before it was, oh, they sent it to me, I'm not gonna say anything about it. Oh, guys, I found this new thing. Now it has to be, if it's an ad, you actually have to say it's an ad. So
I guess I'm not really following what you're saying.
if I'm advertising something to you, I might have to make it clear that I'm shifting from
right,
designated
right.
drinkers Carlo to, hey guys, here is an ad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my ad portion. Before it was, oh man, this is the Designated Drinkers podcast. We're talking. Dude, I've been having so many bad nights of sleep, but recently I bought a Casper mattress and it's been fucking great. Oh wow, really? Yeah, man, it's been really good. I don't know, dude. I'm sleeping a lot, and the great thing about it was the fact that I'm able to send it back after like 100 days if I don't like it. So I mean, I love it. I love every second of that mattress now, man.
Where'd you get it?
CasperMattress.com or whatever the fuck the website is.
okay.
So then, that's how it is. That's how. So did you see?
No, I know
any
how that works.
Yeah, but did you see any
Yeah.
transition between me going from the podcast to an ad? No, you didn't. So there's laws now that say that you have to go,
Mm-hmm.
hey, here is my ad portion of my program to let you know that there's a transition.
But that's a law.
Yes, it's a law now.
So then all my articles that I read weren't secret commercials. They were just straight up articles.
They can still be. There's ways around that. There's ways around it.
But it's a law. So when
Yes and no.
people...
You're telling me that there's not ways around laws.
But then that means that you could easily
Yeah. You could easily
do a review.
market to children. Yes.
No,
We're at the
No,
end
I
of
was
the
talking about
podcast.
the-
Carla won.
Oh, come
Carla
on.
won.
You
Yes!
had
No, you're
three
just
guys.
yelling louder.
You had 3 guys against you.
that believe that believe that companies are saints and they won't market to children.
No, what? We
No.
never
No, we
fucking
never
said
said
that.
It was just-
That's what I'm hearing
No,
from
no,
you guys.
no. We definitely said.
I said that
I
ad,
said that they market a younger demographic.
not children.
We didn't say fucking. They're not telling 9-year-olds to vape.
I think it's naive to think that these companies aren't trying to raise adults that are smokers.
What?
These companies are trying to raise adults that will eventually become smokers.
It's the same thing as your car insurance trying to raise you to
That's
believe
the
that
law,
their
though.
insurance is the best.
Yes.
It's a marketing
Call
thing.
1-800-GENERAL now. Look at
Well,
that.
So
All right, ask
wait,
the fucking
so-
question. Let's get off of
no.
this. I'm done talking
yeah,
about this.
All right. Go ahead, Angela. You say your thing while I'm finding the question.
So my thing is like, all right, so you're trying to denigrate one group
I'm not.
of
I think they're all fucking
marketers versus any other. Every single marketing group is going to get you to want to buy their product.
Yeah.
That's what they get paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there's
Oh
no
my
car
God.
insurance company that's
What
going
have I
like, hey,
done? It's an hour 42. What have I
Just
done?
read the question.
All right, go. No, all right.
I'm a bad podcaster.
You're a slut. Let's
Joe,
go.
you're gonna have to split this episode into 2, and I will let you know.
Why?
Fuck
tonight.
Joe. Fuck Joe.
2
Let's go.
episodes.
Let's go. No. Fuck you and your 2 episodes. Let's
How
go.
are you going to split this into 2
What's
episodes?
the
We've been
Reddit
talking about
We
this
did
shit
42
the whole time.
minutes of the Juul thing. That can make that shit into 2 episodes. No
What's
problem.
the Reddit question?
Oh, hey, the Reddit question is, I have it written, but I don't remember where I found it on Reddit. But I asked Reddit. It says, what are the signs that you're ugly?
That wasn't the question.
All right,
I have
I'll
another
go
one.
first.
I have always have 2 questions.
I got a first
Yeah.
bald ass motherfucking head, dude.
Are we talking about us personally?
I look
No.
like
just Like, what are the signs that like a person's ugly?
I look like a 17.
Not that we're judging people,
man, but I'm like 34. It's fine. Whatever.
That's what it is.
But we don't know that.
When you're when you're a 25-year-old going to a high school dance with your 17-year-old girlfriend, that's a sign that you're ugly.
Wow.
That's a sign that
You need
you
a better
have
girlfriend.
much bigger problems than being ugly.
Yeah, that too.
I think a big sign of being ugly is
You're ugly.
smelling bad.
Ooh, that's a good one. Your ugly, stupid face too.
I think a sign of being ugly is when people walk up to you and say you're ugly.
A sign of movie wrong.
Who does that?
A sign of being
He's like,
ugly.
hey, mister.
A sign
Boy, are
of-
you ugly.
A sign of being ugly is when big fucking tobacco comes up to you and goes, "Hey, kids, you wanna fucking buy a fucking jewel? You wanna buy these drugs, kids?"
What's the next question?
Oh, the next question comes from my wife, and it says,
What?
Yeah, it says, with your bank account right now, where could you travel to?
Akron.
Oh, fuck.
I will go as far as Louisiana.
I can get a two-way ticket, a round ticket to
Round
Peru
trip.
right now, but that's my emergency money, so I can't really do that.
Oh, including savings accounts?
Yeah.
I could drive to Texas for a day and then come back.
I could probably do that.
So you could drive to Texas and come back.
I could probably do that.
Yeah. Well, so you're saying we're including savings.
Including savings, I
Yeah.
could drive probably to Texas and
Oh, including
Just turn
savings? Including savings, I could probably go to Cancun.
Okay. All
That's
right.
pretty nice.
Like a week, because I mean, you could get round trip flight, that resort shit for like $1,000 total.
Well,
so
for me, it's a round trip flight to Peru because I'm not spending any money after that. Like, I'm spending all my money on the ticket and then flying to Peru and back. Like, no.
You can stay with your
food,
dad,
Yeah,
though.
that's why. I'm
Yeah.
taking that into account. Fuck
Right.
that shit. I'm
Yeah,
cheating
you-
a little.
you
Kind of
could-
like those tobacco companies do.
you could get a week in Cancun for about $1,000, including flight and everything.
Oh shit. Well, there you go.
a
Maybe
week
I can go to Cancun.
or a weekend.
A week.
Well, I can go to Cancun.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Mexico's
passport
cheap.
though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
You
never
should
mind.
definitely get a passport.
I don't have a
oh, that's
passport
about
either.
another $100 then. So add that.
Okay, I could
still
I could go to Cancun for 5 days.
There you go.
I could still go.
How about you, Angelo? What did you say? You a little.
I was gonna say East
He
Cleveland,
a little
but
tipsy over here.
Me? Shit. Look.
you've been
Maybe
you've been doing.
Youngstown if I'm like getting really fancy. Probably Toledo if we're gonna go to like what's that big park? Cedar Point.
Ah.
Maybe Cedar Point, but yeah.
Cedar
no.
Point is not in
about it.
Toledo.
Listen, bitch,
No, but
I'm
Cedar
fancy.
Point's expensive. When you really want to have a good time there, it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
You want to stay
Every
there
time my kid's
overnight or
like,
something?
Hey, you want to go to Cedar Point? I'm like, no. But if you want to go, we'll go.
I had something.
Like,
to
I don't
say
want to
and I
go
forgot.
at all.
It makes me sad.
You're like, Daddy doesn't want to be broke.
For adults to have a good time at Cedar Point, you gotta buy the Fast Pass Plus, and that's like $130.
And that doesn't include your ticket to get in the fucking goddamn park.
Right. So that's $200 just to be able to only stand in line for a half hour.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to do that though.
If
Like,
you
seriously.
just buy a ticket,
like
my
I
God,
really
3
want.
hours.
I want to go to Cedar Point on a busy ass day and buy a Fast Pass Plus just so I can go up to people and go, "Fuck you."
Isn't that capitalism at its finest? It's
Fuck
like
yes.
everybody has to wait in line unless you have money.
Unless you pay more money.
You
Then
pay
you
us
get
more
to
money,
wait
we'll
less
find you a
time.
way.
I wouldn't want to do it on a super busy day though, because then you'd still be waiting like 45
Yeah,
minutes.
right.
Maybe,
All those
maybe-
other people with money.
Maybe like a day where I'd have to wait like 10 minutes.
Yes.
So this way I can walk by everybody who's still waiting like an hour and be like, ha.
Right. Hey guys, thank you for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Carlo.
Angelo.
Nick?
Tom,
We are the Designated Drinkers.
keep on drinking.
They told me they can't wait. I wanna meet my mouth. They'll get me through the evening now, baby, there's no doubt. You know they love to party. They wanna twist and shout. I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out. Oh.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/Fat Lowell's Radio.